So I'm here at the Via Recreativa, I think that's how it's pronounced, in Guadalajara. And this is where they close down miles and miles of streets across the city. And people bike and rollerblade and walk and run and walk their dogs and really enjoy this. And now the reason I wanted to bring this to you, one is it's really cool. And two is that in Portland, we do something similar. And I've actually been a volunteer on these events, and I wanted to point out the difference with how things work in Portland and how they work in Mexico. In Portland, they block off the streets. They have to have barricades, one block in advance, and then they have to have barricades at the street to tell cars that they can't go there. They have to have city employees with trucks with flashing lights and whatnot at the major intersections to be able to control where the traffic is. And people get really aggro with this. The car drivers get really aggro, and I mean, as a volunteer, it's really kind of a nightmare to deal with some of the car drivers. But here in Guadalajara, it is so simple. Everyone just bikes and walks and runs, and the cars just wait for their turn on the minor intersections. They just have these little orange things in the middle of the street to remind drivers that they can't drive on this street. And so the drivers just wait until it's their turn to be able to cross. And then at the major intersections, they just have a volunteer there with a little rope that tells the bikes when to stop and tells the cars when to stop. So it is so much more complicated in the United States. There's so much more legal stuff. There's so much less just politeness between people. Everyone is like in a car, like, this is my road and I deserve to be able to drive here. And down here, everyone is just so chill. Like this car is waiting for a place to cross, and then he found a place to cross and he crosses. In the United States, that would have been a major interaction and probably would have involved some swearing. This is just something that you can look forward to when you move to Mexico.